I guess the Democrats, well, not the Democrats, but Andrew Cuomo's sort of final hurrah in this race is being Islamophobic against Zoran Mamdani. So that's pretty cool. That's great. We all know about this like dumbass like criminal ad, AI video that all the conservatives are sewing the fuck out over. And honestly, this is just the broader sort of byproduct of the fact that Israel has such a grip on the balls of the fucking Democrats here, right? That this sort of like the dumbass Islamophobia is being ostensibly allowed within these fucking sort of circles. Because again, like Andrew Cuomo still thinks he's the fucking Democratic nominee when everyone else is saying that's not the fucking case. So that's pretty cool. That's great. And he decides to release this like miserable AI video ad that apparently he fucking paid for. Bro, why the fuck would you pay for that shit? First off, when you can just make that shit yourself in house. Like it's gonna take some time because you have to get all the prompts correct and stuff. But it's apparently an ad talking about how by the way, they deleted this like about 20 minutes after they posted this, so the backlash is quite significant because again, he pretends to still be like the sort of liberal moderate candidate, like the ones that the Democrats actually want to support in his like current fucking rhetoric. Then why'd you lose the primary by 12 fucking points if that were the case, Cuomo? Again, it's more so a sort of attitude about how much these establishment corporate freaks just have such a hatred for fucking democracy. Like, actually fucking insane. But why don't we take a look here with this fucking ad?
Zoran Mamdani's opponents want you to believe he's an inexperienced radical whose policies will make New York City more dangerous. But what do his actual supporters think?
Mamdani.
Dude, the fucking rice eating with the hands. That's how you eat biryani, bro. Like, actually fucking... It's just weird, man. And also, I wonder why this fucking black man who's gonna wear a keffiyeh is shoplifting. Like, not only is it incredibly Islamophobic, it's also incredibly fucking racist. Like, this is like some weird George Latimer tier shit. Genuinely fucking insane. And this guy wants to pretend to represent the will of fucking New Yorkers. Like, actually insane. Yeah, this dude does look like fucking Idris Elba. 1000%, Alex.
He isn't crazy. He's just trying to even the playing field. Give everyone a fair shot. Sure, he said multiple times we need to defund the police. That was just a...
Here's our pimp character. I wonder why they're all black. Oh yeah, I like. We'll get to that, Alex.
Metaphor.
And yes, he did say crime is a social construct, but that was also a metaphor.
His main backer, the Democratic Socialists' ideas are common sense, such as
decriminalizing misdemeanors, like shop.
I don't know how many times it has to be told to this like complete fucking troglodyte Andrew Cuomo, like he doesn't adopt the fucking Democratic Socialist fucking platform, bro. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, genuinely insane. He's just saying this because he's fucking racist. Like, yeah, Italian American candidate being racist. Yeah, I am also shocked. Whoa, crazy.
Uplifting. Third-degree assault.
Trespassing. Prostitution.
And drunk driving.
With plans to
Where the fuck did fucking Zoran Mamdani advocate for decriminalizing drunk driving? What? Like, where? What do you mean? Again, like, in terms of the decriminalization of prostitution point, I know that Andrew Cuomo is just a dumb fucking conservative, and he's not very intelligent at all whatsoever, and he's really, really fucking stupid. But the thing is like, if you go after poverty, you force people to not have to rely on prostitution to pay the bills, Andrew. That's how that fucking works. Because why do people go out to become prostitutes, to become OnlyFans models and shit like that? Because they're fucking poor, man. Like, you address their material conditions, then they're not going to do that. Whoa, shocker, I know.
Decriminalize all drugs. Mamdani will be a job creator for drug dealers. Instead of helping us homeless get off the streets and into the mental health facilities we need, he wants to give us safe injection sites to do crack and let us...
Yeah, man, because safe injection sites and mentally ill homeless people not being allowed to participate in society. These are all, by the way, programs that he actively fucking defunded during his time as governor of New York. So, great, fantastic. Or would do anything possible to not allow that legislation to be passed as well with the IDC, which is what it's called, the Independent Democratic Commission, where he basically... told a bunch of fucking Democrats to vote alongside the Republican fucking party to not allow more progressive fucking legislation to go through, similar to a lot of the shit that Gavin Newsom does when he vetoes progressive legislation, because he had greater ambitions to run for president of the fucking United States of America, and he doesn't want to look like he's too much of a lefty lip-cuck sort of a communist or whatever the fuck. Like, okay, nice meme, bro.
Sleep in subway carts. These are actual policies Mamdani and the DSA want to implement on day one. When a woman's being domestically abused, she finally won't have to deal with some pesky cop to arrest the abuser, but now a social worker to help, kumbaya the situation.
That's not even what the policy is. Zoran Mamdani is saying that instead of going in guns blazing, just shooting a bunch of people in domestic abuse situations, if the fucking social worker needs a cop, then they can take a cop with them to help de-escalate the situation. It's a de-escalatory policy. That's what it is. But again, 3 IQ racist.
Breathe in, breathe out.
Mamdani is finally lowering jail sentences. Guilty!
But Mamdani says you're free to go.
Woo-hoo! Who cares if legalizing prostitution statistically leads to an increase for sex trafficking of women and young girls by 70%?
You can't have safety without equality.
Keep in mind all the references that he's using from this are either from like schizophrenic, like far-right weirdos. Yeah, it's all cop brain shit. Or like Fox News. He references New York Post, Fox News, and a bunch of other like obsessively anti sort of like Mamdani fucking rags that are not fucking trustworthy whatsoever. So that's pretty cool.
For unlawful abiding citizens like us, globalize the intifada.
I'm a criminal. I'm a criminal. I'm a criminal.
Why is it saying Antifada? Like, I don't know how many times this has to be said to these fucking complete utter freaks. That's not... He didn't say globalize the Antifada. I don't know how many times this has to be said. He was talking about on the Bulwark podcast how the term Antifada that is used in the Smithsonian exhibit on the fucking Warsaw Ghetto, how it is described in Arabic as an Antifada. Because it was an uprising against the Nazis. I guess fucking Andrew Cuomo is pro-Nazi in this particular respect because he is against the uprising of Jews during the fucking Warsaw Ghetto that they had against the fucking Nazis. So that's a pretty interesting take to have there, Andrew.
I'm a criminal.
Yep, I'm a criminal. For Zoran Mamdani.
Even the pimp changed multiple times. It's so fucking goofy, man.
I didn't have a real job until I was 30, but sure, give me the keys to the city. What's the worst that can happen?
Paid for by Cuomo for NYC.
Genuinely fucking psychotic that he put this out. I wonder why he shortly deleted this right after. I wonder. Actually fucking insane. But there's some more Mamdani, I suppose, quote-unquote controversy where he was talking about him being emotional about 9/11. We're going to go over the sort of like clip here. He's talking about the Islamophobia that people experienced after 9/11 as a result of the Patriot Act and the sort of rah sort of American patriotism that was being instigated against the fucking Iraqis. Of course, Scott Jennings, this miserable fucking weirdo over here, is generally speaking, he's like the weirdo conservative on all these like CNN sort of panels who nobody fucking likes and everyone fucking hates. So he's gonna also, I guess, like come out against this. Like, why the fuck does he have to mention the fucking victims of the worst terror attack on U.S. soil? That doesn't make any fucking sense to me. He was talking about the topic of Islamophobia. And keep in mind, he was visiting, like, this is all also in reference to the fact that he took a picture with a relatively controversial imam, like, while he's, like, speaking with, like, differing sort of, like, communities and stuff like that, which is what he's supposed to do as, like, mayor. I don't know if Andrew Cuomo knows this. I mean, he doesn't like visiting any mosques because he's an Islamophobic little fucking freak. Racist ass dumb fuck Italian. Very, very standard from our Cuomo fucking sexual over here. But there's a reason why, like, you should even talk with those that may be controversial or whatever, because they still live in New York, and you should talk with people in order to understand their fucking perspectives. BJP posted this a month ago. Probably got the idea from this. Maybe. Let's take a look. Illegal migrants. So I'm assuming he's the BJP are complaining specifically about a Muslim majority like province or state, right? Basically showing showing Assam state if it were dominated by Muslims. I have a feeling that's probably not the case and it's complete fucking bullshit. But then again, whatever. Specifically Bangladeshi migrants. Stuff that the people like the BJP would fucking abuse. Very, very cool. I would not be surprised if he got inspiration to do it based off of that. But what do we have here from this miserable wretch Scott Jennings, and also what did Zoran Mamdani say in that fucking clip?
I want to speak to the memory of my aunt.
Keep in mind, this is also out of context here. He was probably also... again, like, the overall thing that Zoran Mamdani here is specifically talking about is Islamophobia, because of in reference to this dumb fucking ad that Andrew Cuomo just posted. The Islamophobic attacks have significantly increased as a result of the Patriot Act, and also because of Donald Trump being put back into power. Like, the Islamophobia is ratcheting up significantly.
Who stopped taking the subway after September 11th because she did not feel safe in her hijab.
Today he has his press conference. I watched a chunk of it. I didn't hear any words for the victims of 9/11, but he found the real victim, his aunt. You know, I mean, the victims of 9/11 were in the Twin Towers.
That is incredibly fucking dishonest from a miserable wretch like Scott Jennings, but then again, he's the fucking punching bag that exists on CNN panels because he's a miserable wretch who's no one is supposed to fucking like. I mean, he plays the part particularly well.
Is the implication here that he has to answer for the terrorists who attacked 9/11?
No, I think if you're going to
Yes.
if you're going to run for mayor of New York City, or have any position in New York City, and you're going to talk about 9/11 or invoke 9/11,
He's talking about the Islamophobia that people within the Muslim community, which is who he's speaking to right there, you fucking moron, in response to all the Islamophobic attacks that have been coming out from fucking Andrew Cuomo. Again, we just took a look at this stupid criminal AI fucking ad and shit like that. That's what he's talking about. And these are explicitly Islamophobic attacks. You are participating in that as well. Complete fucking nonsense.
you darn sure better start with the people who died in the Twin Towers. That's what I think. And he didn't do that. And he kind of, he made it about his
No, you have to accommodate the white people. You only have to focus on the whites. Yeah.
experience and his aunt and all this. My advice would be, if you're going to want to be the mayor of this town, and by the way, he's probably going to win. That moment in our history, you cannot lose sight of what happened. People died in those Twin Towers. They did not deserve to die. We did suffer a terrorist attack, and we can't really forget.
Did he say that they deserve to die in the attacks on 9/11, you fucking moron? Like, did he say that they died? Like, what the fuck do you mean? Yeah, also, Muslims died in those fucking towers as well, Scott Jennings. But, unfortunately, their skin is a little too brown for his fucking taste. So, he has to have a fucking schizophrenic conniption about this. This guy is, like, an ostensible, like, miserable fucking weirdo and should be fucking kicked out.
At the moment, making it about him and his family, okay, there were almost 3,000 people that died there. It's a big deal. It is true. Mamdani, he's allied himself with certain people. A lot of the people that surround him, the people involved in his Democratic Socialist organization, I mean, they have said more than a handful of eyebrow-raising things when it comes to their views of America, their views of Jewish people, and so on and so forth. He knows that.
Okay, we don't have to go through, like, the sort of, like, fucking schizophrenia from this moron. Like, this, fucking punching bag. Yeah, it's just... Hey, Scott, I wonder why Zoran Mamdani was able to win in the primary a majority of fucking Jewish voters, or won more Jewish voters in comparison to Andrew Cuomo and the other participants within the Democratic primary. Again, spare me it. But we have a response here by our boy, Zoran Mamdani. The dream of every Muslim is simply to be treated the same as any other New Yorker. What do we have here from our boy?
6 years ago, shortly after I announced I was running for assembly, a well-meaning Muslim uncle pulled me aside. He smiled softly and looked at me with care. In a quiet voice, he told me I did not have to tell people I was Muslim. His eyes kind, his beard proud, and his face heavy with the implication of the unsaid. I had not learned the lesson that he had been taught, time and again. It is the lesson that safety could only be found in the shadows of our city. That it is in those shadows alone where Muslims could embrace the fullness of our own identities. And if we are to emerge from them, then it is in those shadows where we must leave our faith. These are lessons that so many Muslim New Yorkers have been taught again and again. And over these last few days, these are the
Unironically, this is also a similar lesson that's taught to fucking black people, right? You can make the analogy, right? There's, like, talks that, like, black parents have to give to their kids talking about the fucking police specifically and how to conduct themselves around the police to make sure that they don't get fucking killed.
The lessons that have become the closing message of Andrew Cuomo, Curtis Sliwa, and Eric Adams. Yesterday, Andrew Cuomo laughed and agreed when a radio show host said that I would cheer another 9/11. Yesterday, Eric Adams said that we...
Oh, yeah. That's also a thing that this is all being made in light of. Let me get that fucking clip. Here, I don't have the fucking clip, but here's an article about it. Yeah, in the final stretch of New York's mayoral race, Andrew Cuomo appeared to embrace the Islamophobic accusation that Mamdani, the socialist candidate, who would be the city's first Muslim mayor, would celebrate a hypothetical September 11th style terrorist attack. God forbid another 9/11. Can you imagine Mamdani in that seat? Directly implying that he would not do anything about the attacks and not respond in it in particular. That's so fucking goddamn weird. Like, again, all about the fucking goddamn Islamophobia with this motherfucker. Despite the fact that, honestly, Muslims get along way better with all the fucking religious minorities that they had under their sort of like caliphates and positions that they've had before, like in comparison to fucking Christians. Like, again, sparing it, Andrew Cuomo, Christians would be significantly worse in terms of like responding to 9/11. Also, like Rudy Giuliani, like, what are you saying, that his response was like not enough or adequate enough for like 9/11 or something? Like, I don't get it. It's really strange what he's trying to say here. Cuomo said during an appearance on the conservative radio host Sid Rosenberg's show on Thursday, "I could, he'd be cheering," Rosenberg replied, prompting Rosenberg's own laughter. The former governor chuckled at the remark before adding, "That's another problem." What are we doing? Like the exact same like schizophrenic conspiracy theory? Talk about how the Jews danced during 9/11 or some shit? Genuinely fucking insane.
Can't let our city become Europe. He compared me to violent extremists, and he lied when he said...
We're gonna get to the "can't let our city become Europe," which is also insane. First off, why are you trying to use Europe as a pejorative, Eric Adams, you fucking moron? Again, because what? They let in a bunch of fucking Muslim migrants during the Syrian refugee crisis. I don't know if you retards know your basic fucking geography, but let me fucking teach you. Why don't we pull up the fucking map of where Syria is in relative terms to fucking to Europe. Here, Andrew Cuomo, let me help you, okay? This is really, really easy. So Syria is right here. You see that? It's a little small. I'm going to try to zoom in a bit more. But Syria is right here. When the Syrian refugee crisis fucking happened, what happened? Most of the fucking refugees went up through Turkey, right? Because that's the next biggest country that's right next to Syria. They went up majority through Turkey, and Turkey accepted a lot of the fucking Syrian refugees. But no one ever talks about the Turks accepting a bunch of the refugees. And then what did they do? Because obviously the Turks weren't going to accept all of them. They're going to shepherd them and move most of them onwards to the next closest country, that being the Balkan countries. And then a bunch of them got accepted through Europe. Whoa, what an incredibly fucking controversial, crazy thing that the Europeans did in terms of the Syrian refugee fucking crisis. Like, again, the only reason why they're saying that you can't have New York become like Europe, for fuck's sake, is purely due to the fact that they're just attacking the fucking Muslim refugees that had to deal with the Syrian fucking civil war. It's purely Islamophobia with these motherfuckers. Also, I'm pretty sure most Americans would prefer a European-style city in comparison to the fucking decrepit shitholes that they currently live in, because much better fucking public transportation systems, way more walkable. People in Europe are way, way healthier in comparison to that in fucking America. I think a lot of people would actually really like European-style cities. Very, very cool. Oh yeah, 1000%, yeah. Oh, like, imagine trying to escape the Syria during a civil war via the airport. Yeah, that's not happening. Exactly, Boyman Smitty.
Seeks to burn churches and destroy communities. The day before that, Curtis Lee slandered me from a debate stage when he claimed that I supported global jihad. And every day, super PAC ads imply that I'm a terrorist or mock the way I eat, push polls that ask New Yorkers questions like whether they support invented proposals that make halal mandatory, or political cartoons that represent my candidacy as an airplane hurtling towards the World Trade Center. But I do not want to...
By the way, everyone, broadly speaking, this is not working. Like, we're doing, like, full fucking... Like, this is how you know they're fucking incredibly desperate to come up with, like, literally anything possible. This is not going to play well in fucking New York City, which is a, like, super majority fucking Democratic city. Like, if anything, this is going to push them away from Andrew Cuomo and Curtis Sliwa and make them want to support Zoran Mamdani way, way, way more. But yeah, like, this would work with most Americans. That's true, Boy Meets Mini. But with New Yorkers and Angelinos, no, this is not going to work.
To use this moment to speak to them any further. I want to use this moment to speak to the Muslims of the city. I want to speak to the memory of my aunt, who stopped taking the subway after September 11th because she did not feel safe in her hijab. I want to speak to the Muslim city worker whether they teach in our schools or walk the beat for the NYPD. New Yorkers who all make daily sacrifices on behalf of the city only to see their leaders spit in their face. I want to speak to every child who grows up in New York marked as the other, who is randomly selected in a way that rarely feels random, who feels that they carry a stain that can never quite be cleaned. Growing up in the shadow of 9/11, I have known what it means to live with an undercurrent of suspicion. I will always remember the disdain I faced, the way my name could immediately become Muhammad, and how I could return to my city only to be asked in a double-mirrored room at the airport if I had any plan of attacking it. And since I was very young, I have known that I was spared the worst of it. I was never pressured to be an informant like a classmate of mine. I've never had the word terrorist spray painted on my garage, as one of my staff had to endure. My mosque has never been set on fire. To be Muslim in New York is to expect indignity. When dignity does not make us distinct, there are many New Yorkers who face it.
I can only imagine just how bad it was because of the shadow of fucking 9/11. Like, let's be honest here. It's in New York. It's exactly where it happened. I can only imagine the sort of, like, racist vitriol that was ginned up specifically because of those fucking attacks.
It is the tolerance of that indignity that does. Since I announced my candidacy for mayor 1 year ago yesterday, I've sought to be the candidate fighting for everyday New Yorkers, not simply the Muslim candidate. I've carried these indignities with me each moment of this race, doing so all the while.
Oh, by the way, like, that's how you know, like, a lot of these, like, media outlets are, like, racist fucking dipshits, because they talk specifically about Zohran Mamdani being a fucking Muslim candidate, right? That's how you know these motherfuckers are incredibly fucking dishonest, and it's all about the racism first and foremost with these people.
As the first major Muslim candidate for mayor in New York City history, I thought that if I could build a campaign of universality, I could define myself as the leader I aspire to be, one representing every New Yorker, no matter their skin color or religion. I thought if I worked hard enough, it would allow me to be that leader. And I thought that if I behaved well enough or bit my tongue enough.
Sorry, Zoran. Unfortunately, you represent a fucking challenge to the status quo and to fucking capital within New York. So, time to come up with, like, literally any fucking schizophrenic conspiracy theory and to be as racist and Islamophobic as fucking possible in order to prevent you from fucking winning. Because, again, the reason why they're doing this now, it's out of fucking desperation. They know that they are in a really, really, really fucking bad position. Oh, yeah, like, obviously, Boyman's yeah, you having several white pastors say weird shit about South Asian Arab cultures, yeah, 1000%. Just commonplace. Like, again, like, it's actually insane. Oh, yeah, also, yeah, racism in Christian circles also includes friendly fire. Yeah, who was the dude, by the way, who did that burning down of the Mormon church, did that fucking terrorist attack? It was more than likely a sort of, like, radical evangelical fucking Christian. Like, duh.
Enough in the face of racist, baseless attacks while returning back to my central message. It would allow me to be more than just my faith. I was wrong. No amount of redirection is ever enough. In doing this, I have told the wide-eyed young boy in Jackson Heights or the first-time voter in Park Chester that they too should remain in the shadows. I am becoming that same uncle who took me aside. No more. The dream of every Muslim is simply to be treated the same as any other New Yorker. And yet for too long we have been told to ask for less than that, and to be satisfied with whatever little we receive. No more. For as long as we have lived, we have known that no matter what anyone says, there are still certain forms of hate acceptable in the city today. Islamophobia is not seen as inexcusable. One can incite violence against our mosques and know that condemnation will never come. Elected officials in this city can sell t-shirts calling for my deportation without fear of any accountability. The consequences are...
Oh, yeah, every fucking conservative, by the way, under the sun has been calling fucking for Zohran Mamdani's deportation. Like, it is... Like, we are in a new wave of, like, weirdo fucking Islamophobic sort of terror. Because, again, these motherfuckers are just jelly of the fucking Riz of Zoran. Like, that's what it purely is. They're just all a bunch of, like, stupid, ostensible, like, racist, miserable fucking freaks. They are just terrible, terrible fucking people. Like, oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, Laura Loomer did fucking start that shit. 1000%, Boy Meets Minnie.
Stark. More than 1 million Muslim New Yorkers exist in this city only to be made to feel as if guests in our own home. No more. We stand on the precipice of an election, but that is not what today is about. We know that in less than 2 weeks, we will say goodbye to a disgraced former governor and our current indicted mayor. The bigger question is whether we are willing to say goodbye to something much larger. It is whether we are willing to say goodbye to anti-Muslim sentiment that has grown so endemic in our city that when we hear it, we know not whether the words were said by a Republican or by a Democrat. We know only that it was spoken in the language of the politics of the city. In an era of ever-diminishing bipartisanship, Islamophobia has emerged as one of the few areas of agreement. And while I appreciate all who have rushed to my defense over the past 2 days, I think of those Muslims in the city who do not have the luxury of being the Democratic nominee, who do not have the luxury of being deemed worthy of solidarity. While my opponents in this race have brought this hatred to the forefront, this is just a glimpse into what so many Muslims have had to endure every day across the 5 boroughs that we call home. And while it would be easy to say that this is not who we are as a city, we know the truth. This is who we have allowed ourselves to become. A question lies before each of us. Will we continue to accept a narrow definition of what it means to be a New Yorker that makes smaller the number of those guaranteed a life of dignity? Will we remain in the shadows, or will we together step into the light? There are 11 days remaining until Election Day. I will be a Muslim man in New York City each of those 11 days, and every day that follows after that. I will not change who I am. I will not change how I eat. I will not change the faith that I'm proud to belong to. But there's one thing I will change. I will no longer look for myself in the shadows. I will find myself in the light. Thank you.
Objectively, just a very positive, like, way to try to talk about this. Because, again, like, the people who are being ostensible, like, miserable freaks are, like, people who are pretending to be fucking Democrats. Again, this is exactly who New Yorkers wanted to fucking have them represent. You can fucking cope and fucking seethe about it. Eric Adams and fucking Andrew Cuomo like pure fucking desperation out of these motherfuckers because they know that they're fucking losing. But here's specifically the endorsement that Zohran Mamdani was referring to. Why don't we take a listen from Eric Adams, this racist fucking freak?
Am I angry that I'm not the one taking down Zohran, the socialist and the communist? You're darn right I am. But you know what? The city means more to me than anything. And it is time for us as a family to come together. New York can't be Europe, folks. I don't know what is wrong.
Yeah, dude. Again, we've talked about the New York can't be Europe shit. Genuinely fucking insane. He's referring to the Syrian refugee crisis right there. Like, yeah, dude, a flood of Muslim migrants is all of a sudden going to happen because Zohran Mamdani instantaneously becomes New York, and that's what happens day one. Like, all your fucking stupid ass did was design a fucking trash can and had McKinsey fucking do that. Also, yeah, like, bro, you fucking pretend to be, like, Turkey's fucking strongest soldier. They're all fucking Muslim there, you stupid motherfucker. Like, get the fuck out of here, you stupid dumbass bitch. Like, what the fuck are you saying, man? Like, genuinely fucking insane ass bullshit. And of course, he's all saying this in order to endorse fucking Andrew Cuomo. Again, this is a desperate fucking goddamn attack that's being laid out here by the dying fucking New York sort of corrupt establishment. Again, this is the motherfucker who is indicted and has fucking charges against him due to his fucking corrupt dealings that he has with the Turkish government.
Wrong with people. You see what's playing out in other countries because of Islamic extremism. Not Muslims. Let's not mix this up. But those Islamic extremists.
Yeah, dude, Islamic extremism that is happening in New York for some reason. I thought the hate crimes were mostly coming from rhetoric and shit like this, from like far right fucking weirdos that are attacking synagogues and fucking mosques more and more. That you are providing a permission structure for. So fuck out of here, you fucking dino.
Extremism that are burning churches in Nigeria, that are destroying communities in Germany, that have taken over.
Oh, you don't care about those communities. Fuck out of here.
That's what I'm fighting for. I'm fighting for the family of New York. That's why I'm here today to endorse Andrew Cuomo to be part of this fight. And I'm going to give it my all these next few days to make sure that black and brown communities specifically who have believed there's nothing at stake in this election for them.
Massive fucking copium, as always, from this stupid fucking miserable corrupt fucking freak. But Zohran here had quite the fucking goddamn clackback. Yeah, he's talking about Boko Haram. That's true, Boy Meets Mini, right? Not by Muslims in general. Again, Boko Haram is a fucking Muslim extremist group, right? Like, most Muslims are just they're not going to be fucking fans of Boko Haram. Like, does he think that Boko Haram is going to set up a cell as soon as, like, Zohran Mamdani gets into fucking power or something? Like, get the fuck out of here. But what do we have here from Zohran?
You criticized Andrew and you called him names, but you know what? Andrew Cuomo is a snake and a liar. Andrew is a double-digit loser. I said, Andrew, are you that level of arrogance? People who run on independent.
Perfect response here by fucking Zohran. Just making a fucking clip compilation of shit this motherfucker has said about fucking Andrew Cuomo. Again, copium.
Independent lines are normally just crackpots. This is not, let me stand behind a cocoon somewhere. I always said he didn't have the legs to run in New York. Ask him, when was the last time he was on the subway? Andrew Cuomo was lazy. New Yorkers have 5 fingers. They love the middle one the most. I had to fix his mess. What would he do? He'll manage it away?
Just for you, Andrew and Eric.
You know, come on. You expect.
And I'm not a New Yorker.
When you just lost to Zohran $25 million. He didn't want to be mayor. He didn't campaign. Newsflash, he lost by 13 points. And that's the highest level of arrogance.
Is he still a snake and a liar?
All I know is all my haters become my waiters when I sit down at the table of success.
Yeah, so who's the hater and who's the waiter? Ooh, this is a banger here in particular. But here's the fucking Andrew Cuomo in the response of what of talking about Islamophobia that's going on right now. Again, this motherfucker has not visited any fucking mosques, not during any of this time during his fucking tenure at all whatsoever. So again, let's see what this miserable fucking weirdo has. Also talking about like accusing Mamdani of stoking tensions by espousing anti-Semitic rhetoric. By the way, the anti-Semitic rhetoric in being referenced to here is talking about how Palestinians should have fucking rights. Fuck out of here, dude.
Their campaign started with division. The main issue he campaigned on.
This is incredibly fucking hilarious coming from Andrew fucking Cuomo talking about fucking division. Fuck out of here, you stupid bitch. You are the one who's stoking division right now by being an Islamophobic fucking freak. Again, stones from a glass house.
Was Gaza and Israel and being pro-Palestinian.
No, you did that. That was you who brought it up about being Gaza and Israel and pro-Palestinian. You are the motherfucker who constantly brought that up because you don't have any other fucking attacks to lay at someone like Zoran Mamdani. That's why. You fucking have to bring up the schizophrenic attacks and nonsense in order to try to have something to try to campaign off of. You are the one who did those fucking attacks. Fuck out of here with this bullshit.
Let me ask you a question. You know how tense that issue was. You know how raw the feelings were about the Middle East situation on both sides. What does Gaza and Israel have to do with running for mayor of the city of New York?
This is genuinely fucking incredible. You're the one who brought it up and had the fucking moderators bring it up during multiple fucking debates. You did that. That's you. That's the main avenue of attack that you did. You're the one who kept bringing up Israel, bringing up Gaza, and bringing up fucking Palestine every single fucking instance that you could because you have no other fucking arguments against Zoran Mamdani. Because you're a loser and nobody fucking likes you.
Am I missing something?
Yes.
Is the mayor a member of the
That's cringe, Jack, and your setup is weak.
That is true.
He part of a negotiating team? Why? Why? Because he wanted to use it for political purposes to divide New Yorkers.
This is incredibly rich coming from you, motherfucker. You are the one who started the initial fucking attacks on Zoran Mamdani for being pro-Palestinian, talking about how you would want to represent Benjamin Netanyahu in his ICC fucking case. Stones from a glass house. Stones from a glass house. You are the one who brought up these attacks to begin with. Again, spare me it. You're the one who always espoused fucking Islamophobic fucking rhetoric and always made it about fucking anti-Semitism because you have no other fucking argument fundamentally. That's you, motherfucker. You did that, you stupid, miserable, Islamophobic, racist fucking piece of shit. Fuck out of here, Andrew Cuomo, you stupid fucking bitch. I'm going to be so happy when New Yorkers fucking reject your stupid, rapey, fucking elder-killing, stupid-looking head ass. Oh, yeah, he did campaign at a fucking synagogue in the Hamptons. 1,000 fucking %. Because, again, he's not attached to the community of New York because he fucking hates it in reality. But here's Bill Maher also talking about this, also being a stupid, dumb fucking racist. Why don't we take a look to what this dipshit has to say?
I think that if Mamdani wins with a coalition of voters who have been not all that excited about the Democratic Party over the last few years, I think that's a good thing for the Democrats. And I think if you're in a purple district, say you disagree with some of the things that he does, and use that.
I don't know who this individual is, but she's correct. This is correct. This is a correct political analysis. I wonder how Bill Maher is going to try to spin this to be, I don't know, a stupid piece of shit.
To establish your independent cred.
Well, you make it sound like he's a little more mainstream than I think he is. I mean, the issue now that Andrew Cuomo is bringing up in...
What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like, he's been on all the fucking news shows. He has national fucking prominence. You motherfuckers keep talking about him. Again, he used to only poll at like 1 fucking %, and then he worked his ass off, ran a brilliant fucking campaign, did fantastically on fucking social media, and got his name out there. He put in the fucking work to get his name out there, and he became prominent because of that. I thought Bill Maher cared about fucking meritocracy. Well, there's Zoran Mamdani achieving and doing great things meritocratically, and here's this stupid motherfucker shitting on all that.
In New York is that he is a Ugandan citizen. Uganda is a country where they kill homosexuals.
So
This is coming from the fucking dude who talks about how trans people need to stay in the fucking goddamn closet. Get the fuck out of here, Bill Maher. You don't care about fucking homosexuals within the fucking United States of America. You actively cheer their fucking killings. Like, were you there during the fucking Stonewall riots in 1969? I didn't fucking think so. Because, what? Because you actually, in reality, would have been against those fucking riots. Again, the epitome of the fucking white moderate. That's who Bill Maher generally represents. Yeah, and the U.S. doesn't fucking kill, not homophobes, but homosexuals. Fuck out of here with this bullshit from this transphobic dipshit and loser.
Somebody who is a dual citizen can't be mayor of New York, or
I would renounce. If I was a dual citizen with a country whose policy, government policy, was we kill homosexuals, yeah, I would renounce that citizenship. And to not.
Genuinely fucking brain damage. This is actually fucking crazy. Yes, no, that is why he thinks the Democrats lost, Alex, because they were too woke about fucking trans people. Actually fucking insane.
I think that's buying into a fear. I think that's buying into a fear framework that is not good. It's not good for the country. It's not good for the country.
You shouldn't be afraid.
I think the way that Cuomo is closing out this race.
Like, again, like, what do you think of fucking? Hey, Bill, I know you're fucking stupid. Like, you are incredibly fucking dumb. Like, do you think because he's going to be, do you think, do you really believe in your heart of hearts that as soon as, like, Zoran Mamdani becomes mayor of New York, there's all of a sudden going to be a pogrom for fucking queer people or something? He literally draped himself in the trans flag, you stupid motherfucker. In fact, I think that's why, in reality, Bill Maher fucking hates him so much. Because he draped himself in the fucking trans flag and goes against, like, Bill Maher's, like, sort of, like, fart-sniffing, sort of, like, snootiness. And wanting to be, like, above it all and pretending to be the most reasonable based guy in the room, when in reality he's an out-of-touch fucking elitist. Oh yeah, like, yeah, he is a fucking liar, 1000% there, Alex. Like, he only does care about gay people hating on fucking Muslims, 1000, like, because he's a fucking racist. Like, let's be fucking honest here. Like, if he can go after, like, minorities in any way, as the white moderate would do consistently, he would. He would.
And really race baiting and really leaning in on.
That's not right. You know what? Just because it's done, I understand. But just because something is done by people in Africa doesn't mean it's always okay. Well, you said race baiting. It has nothing to do with race.
Oh, I'm talking about what Cuomo's.
Bro, that's exactly you're race baiting right now. You're bringing up his fucking Ugandan citizenship in order to talk about him, like, wanting to do fucking pogroms in New York against homosexuals. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're race baiting right now. That's exactly what you're doing, and she's calling you out for it. Fucking cope and seethe.
Was doing, suggesting that Mamdani couldn't be a leader in a terror situation if he were mayor of New York and, God forbid, something else like that.
He did campaign with a terrorist.
He did say, well, the Cuomo was pretty clear, I thought.
Fuck out of here, you stupid fucking miserable bitch. Like, go back to talking about how you want to be in the body of a 21-year-old girl, you fucking weirdo, and trying to, like, grope little kids, you fucking pedophile Bill Maher. Fuck out of here, you stupid bitch.
In the way he talked about that, in a way that I thought was ugly.
Well, he campaigned this week with a guy who was an unindicted co-conspirator in the 1993 World Trade Center bombing and served as a character witness for Omar Abdel Rahman, the terrorist who organized it. So Sarah Palin used to say Obama palled around the terrorists, which was bullshit. But I just don't.
Wow, he talked with the controversial imam, dude. What are you, like, you talk with, like, stupid controversial, like, conservatives all the time and say controversial shit on your fucking platform consistently. I guess that means, guys, start off the fucking cancel trains. Let's choo-choo. Let's start off the fucking cancel trains on fucking Bill Maher. You talk with, like, controversial fucking weirdos who are heads of fucking terror movements consistently. Bill Maher. I guess we should throw you off of the fucking air right now, you stupid motherfucker. Bye-bye. Bye. Get canceled, you stupid little bitch. Like, fuck out of here. Like, again, the shamelessness and fucking hypocrisy from people like Bill Maher is shit that I will despise constantly. But here's Hakeem Jeffries talking about continuing to waffle about and then eventually capitulating, talking about his endorsement here. Like, he has now finally endorsed right at the bottom of the fucking ninth inning. Who the fuck gives a shit about all the stupid, like, 3 IQ fucking bullshit that Hakeem Jeffries says right here? The only reason why Hakeem Jeffries is fucking endorsing Zoran Mamdani right now is simply due to the fact that he still wants to take all those fucking Israel bucks, and he just has to do it at the exact last second because he's like, oh, fuck, the fucking writing's on the wall. I don't want to make it seem like I'm on the wrong side of history on this one, so I'll fucking endorse him right now. It's just like, bro, fuck out of here. You are already on the fucking wrong side of history on that one. So again, this is another cope and fucking seethe, Jack. What do we have here? Where he was like trying to waffle about in terms of endorsing him. Yeah, he's doing it to save his own ass from the person who's now laying a primary challenge against him, and that's Chi Ose, I believe his name is. You should support Chi Ose in New York's, I think, 10th district, I believe, is the one that Hakeem Jeffries is in. You should support him against this stupid deer in the headlights, Fishborg-looking head-ass motherfucker.
Peter Jeffries, you just said that you would stay tuned on a Mamdani announcement. What more do you need to hear at this point? How many more conversations do you need to have? Why are you refusing to endorse?
Same answer.
Why are you refusing to endorse?
I have not
New York Gates, thank you,
refused to endorse. I've refused to articulate my position, and I will momentarily.
Cope answer, stupid. But yeah, like I don't need like what else? What else are we really supposed to say here besides? In the final desperate flailing attempts from Andrew Cuomo and Eric Adams and the broader Democratic fucking establishment, they are now deciding to opt for Islamophobia to try to fucking go after Zoran Mamdani. A pathetic fucking attempt for a complete pathetic fucking campaign run by these miserable fucking freaks like Eric Adams, Curtis Sliwa, and also Andrew fucking Cuomo. A pathetic flailing attempt. Like, that's really all that it is. Like, yeah, like, because we all know Chuck Schumer secretly supports fucking Andrew Cuomo. Same with fucking Kirsten Gillibrand. All the Democratic fucking establishment supports Andrew Cuomo. So they are totally okay with all these fucking Islamophobic attacks. You can make that fucking general assumption. When the will of the voters made it very, very fucking clear that they in reality support Zoran Mamdani. So again, cope, seethe, and maul the Democratic establishment. Your pathetic fucking attempts at Islamophobia is not going to work out, and like you think it is. And Democratic voters, they're gonna fucking remember this, and they'll make sure that you are going to regret that within 2028. I don't think there's really much else to say besides these people are all miserable fucking freaks.